Good morning and welcome back, boys and girls, to writing composition class. Now, before we get started, make sure that you have your writing packet with you, something to write with, possibly some highlighters or maybe colored pens that'll help you identify some things, and then you're ready to start. So today we will discuss the importance of a conclusion, wrap up your essay, and identify conclusion elements in my example. So all week long, we have been working together, step by step, going through our essay from beginning to middle, and now we have reached the end. The conclusion is so important. It's one of the most important parts of your essay. So think about the introduction and the conclusion as sort of the frame around your essay, which is like the middle stuff where you're sharing your ideas. Think of the conclusion and introduction as the frame around your ideas. That's why it's so important. So let's go ahead and read our objective for today. Get ready. Students will be able to understand the function of a conclusion. Okay, so let's start it off with a discussion question. What is the conclusion supposed to do? What is it supposed to do? According to you, what do you think is the conclusion supposed to do? Your conclusion should make your readers glad that they read your paper. So at the end of your paper, you want the reader to say, wow, I really liked that paper. That was really enjoyable. I really learned something. Your conclusion gives your readers something to take away that will help them see things differently or appreciate your topic in a personal way. So if you think back to the story we read about bugs are creepy and insects are amazing, those two stories were talking about the same topic, insects or bugs. But one of those stories said at the very end, they wanted us to think twice about the next time we're going to squish a bug or kill a bug. And the other story, which was bugs are creepy, they said, I know I'm not the only person that thinks bugs are creepy. So both of those essays gave us two different takeaways. One of them wanted us to agree with them, and the other one was calling us to action. They said, think about it next time before you squish a bug. So they wanted us to take something away from their story. Both of them wanted us to take something with us that we can appreciate or something that reaches us personally. And that's what a conclusion should do. The reader should feel informed as if they learned something from you or about you. So in an expository essay, we are explaining, right? So at the end of the essay, you want that reader to feel like, oh, I learned something about that student today. I learned that they have a best friend who has a really special talent. Or you want them to feel like they learned something about it. Maybe it's about you. Maybe the topic would be something like last time, telling the truth. After they read your essay, maybe they say, wow, telling the truth is really important to this student. And I feel like I learned something about their beliefs, right? So you want to inform them, but you also want to inform them about your ideas or something about you. So that's why the conclusion is very important, and that's what the conclusion needs to do. So here's a quick conclusion checklist. That way, when you are writing your conclusion, you know exactly what you need to have. So for our checklist, use a transitional word or phrase. So you can't just jump into the conclusion without kind of using that bridge. Remember yesterday we talked about your ideas as pieces of land, and the transition is the bridge that takes you across the land, okay? So use your transitional word to lead us into the conclusion, kind of summing everything up. Some of you can even say to sum up or in conclusion. You can also say as you can see. All in all, I linked our transitional word anchor chart onto the class Teams. So you can go ahead and look and see which one works for you and which one makes the most sense in your essay. So use a transitional word or phrase. Tell how the author feels about the topic. So right here, this is where you need to add your emotion. This is where you need to add how you feel about the topic. If you're really, really passionate about the topic, this is your time to tell it. This is your time to tell us how you feel about the topic. You know, this is why saving money is so important to me, and I really hope that everyone else agrees with me. I hope more people spend their money wisely. Some of you had some really cool and interesting conclusions in the last few essays, so I'm really excited to see what you guys are going to come up with this time. So right here in the conclusion, tell how you feel about the topic, because some of you, a lot of the feedback that I was giving this past week was, I don't know how you feel about the topic. I want to kind of hear your voice. Like, I know technically I can't hear you, but I should be able to kind of read it and feel like I can hear that you're talking to me, right? So you don't want to just tell. You want to show. And one way you can do that is by talking about how you feel on the topic. And this is, the conclusion is like your last chance to get the reader to kind of agree with you. So you really need to show them how you feel about the topic. Of course, restating the central idea statement. You always want to go back to that point that you made at the beginning. You can't just like, here's the point I made, and then that's it. You always have to bring it back, kind of remind the reader, this is why this is important because, or you restate it in a way that kind of reminds them. You don't say it in the exact same way. You say it in a unique way, in a different, slightly different way. And of course, ending with a hope or a wish, or you can talk about the future of your topic, or kind of like, it's kind of the part where you are either trying to get them to agree with you, trying to show them how you felt about the topic, thinking about the future, hoping something, wishing something, always kind of leaving it in a way where the reader feels like you really cared about this topic, right? So at the very, very end, you always want to make sure that you end on a hope, a wish, a dream, or a wonder. And so that's why when we would do our feedback in class, I would put a little heart, because the heart symbolizes our feelings, right? So now I'm going to turn your attention to this anchor chart that is from our writing journals. Let me move myself over a little bit so you can see. And it is our expository writing conclusions, do's and don'ts. It starts off with a very simple question. Why do I need to write a conclusion? And then that answers. To sum up the entire writing piece. That's quick, that's to the point, and that's why we need to write a conclusion. So here's some things you shouldn't do. You should not end with, I hope you liked my essay, see you later, bye. This is not professional. We don't want to talk directly to the reader. What is your favorite time of year? Now tell me your favorite season, because there's no way the reader is going to be able to respond to these questions. So you don't want to just talk directly to them, okay? Here are some things that you can do in your conclusion. Use a great transition, which many of you have been doing, so that's really, really good to see. Now you know why because of these reasons, as you can see. In conclusion, restate your subject, restate your reasons, state a sentence about the future of the subject, which is when we end on a hope, wish, dream, or wonder, and go out with a bang. Leave your reader with a great feeling about reading your essay, which is something that we talked about a little while ago. So here's an example of an expository conclusion. There are many reasons for everyone having their own favorite time of year, but the beautiful colors, amazing weather, and spectacular holidays are just some of the reasons that make fall a very special time of year for me. I already can't wait to dig into some amazing Halloween candy and tasty turkey this year. Wow. Okay. So did you guys notice anything? What kind of details were in there? Sensory details. They said beautiful colors, amazing weather, spectacular holidays. I can't wait to dig into some amazing Halloween candy and tasty turkey. Wow, they really threw in a lot of sensory details, right? I also saw that they mentioned their reasons one more time. They said the beautiful colors, amazing weather, spectacular holidays. Those are the reasons. They even said it. These are just some of the reasons that make fall a very special time for me. So they threw that personal connection to the topic right there. They're showing you how they feel. They said it's a very special time for me. So they're throwing in at the very end how they feel about the topic. And this is the sort of model that we want to look to when we're writing our conclusions, okay? So I uploaded this onto the posts. It's on the files as well for you to look at if you want to use it side by side while you are writing your own conclusion. I will also upload my example. It's going to be, actually, it's already on there. So now we're going to look at my example. Okay. Myself a little bit. Okay, so let's go ahead and do some identifying. First, I'm going to read it to you, and then I'll use my highlighters to do the identifying like I have been. Okay. As you can see, my friend is incredibly talented at singing. I always encouraged her to audition for one of those singing shows like The Voice, but sadly, she never did. I am positive if she would have tried out, she could have won. Okay, so where is the transitional phrase? If we have to start our idea, if we have to bridge into our idea, where is the transitional phrase? Where should it be? It should be at the beginning, right here. As you can see, there's my transitional phrase. My friend is incredibly talented at singing. There is my restating the prompt. Also, this is my topic sentence. So I'm going to label it topic sentence. And on this side, I'm going to put restate prompt. Okay. I always encouraged her to audition for one of those singing shows like The Voice. So there's a reason why I brought this up again. Because where did I say that? I said in the introduction, I said The Voice is one of my favorite shows because amazing and talented singers compete to win. So I wanted to go back to the beginning to kind of like frame my whole essay. So I wanted to bring some elements from the beginning into the end. So this was some information, and I brought in that information one more time. It was an extra detail for why I mentioned this right here, and I brought it in at the end, okay? And then I am positive if she would have tried out, she could have won. So that's me wondering or wishing that she would have tried out for one of those shows. She's such a good singer. I really wish she would have tried out for one of those shows. Maybe I'll ask her to make a video. But yes, so I'm going to label that. And on and I'm going to put my heart because that means a hope, wish, dream, or wonder. So now let's go through it. Did I use a transitional phrase? Yeah. Did I tell how the author feels about the topic? Yeah, I said I always encourage her to audition for one of those shows. And then at the end, I tied that my feelings in with my hope, wish, dream, or wonder. I restated the prompt when I said my friend is incredibly talented at singing because that was my central idea. That's what the writing was going to be about. It was going to be about my friend whose special talent is singing. And I mentioned it one more time at the end. And I ended with a hope or a wish when I talked about if she would have tried out, she would have won, which is totally true. She would have definitely won. Okay, guys, so now let's go through the expository checklist so I can make sure that I have all of my checks. Maybe I can zoom out so we can see it a little bit better. Let's see. Okay, so did I indent on the first paragraph? Yes, of course. Do I have my hook? Yes, my hook is right here highlighted in green. Did I restate the prompt? Yes. Growing up, I had a friend whose special talent was singing. Did I state my reasons? Yes, she sings in front of lots of people, and that's what the writing was going to be about, mentioning times that she sang in front of people. Body paragraph, which is my second paragraph. Did I indent? Yes. Do I have a transitional word or phrase? Yes. When we were in high school, because when did it happen? When we were in high school. My topic sentence? Of course. So when you have your reason, you already know that you have your topic sentence. Details. Did I give in some details? Yes, when I talked about what I mean by solos is, and then I explained what I meant by solos. Did I stay on topic? Did I stay on the topic of winning solos? Yes. Third paragraph. Did I indent? Yes. Do I have my transition word? Yes. Another time. Do I have my topic sentence with the reason? Another time she sang was when it was my 16th birthday. Yes, because I'm talking about her special talent. Did I give some details? Yes, I said that she was shy. I gave some extra details about her. Did I stay on topic within the reason? Yes. And in my conclusion, the fourth and last paragraph. Did I indent? Yes. Do I have a transition word? As you can see, yes. Did I restate the prompt? My friend is incredibly talented at singing. Yes, because the topic was asking, who is the person? What is their special talent? It's my friend. Her talent is singing. Yes. Did I end on a hope, wish for the future? Yes. When I talked about hoping or wishing that she would have tried out for one of those singing shows. Yeah. So what I did this week was I made sure that I went step by step. And before I even moved on to the next paragraph, I made sure that I had all the things that an introduction needs. I made sure that I had all the things a second paragraph and third paragraph need before I go to my conclusion. So that helped me a lot with my checklist, because if I don't move on until I have all the things that I need in my paragraph, then I won't have to worry about missing any check marks, right? So that's what I did this week, and that's what I want you guys to do when you are writing. So for homework, you will develop your conclusion, and I want you to revise for any mistakes that you see. Read your story to yourself. Look at it, maybe have someone else read it at home, read it out loud. If you read it out loud, that's when you can hear the mistakes. That's when you can see that you misspelled something, or that you didn't put a period where it needs to go, or you didn't put a fanboy where it needed to go. Add in those sensory details, because I want to be able to see and hear the story rather than just you telling me something, right? I want to be able to see how it really made you feel. So you can say, I felt excited, I felt scared, the raindrops on my skin felt cool. So really adding in those sensory details. Remember, like the expository conclusion that we just read a little while ago? They added in a lot of sensory details, and you can too. And then finally, add in a real life example. So one thing that I did notice a lot was people giving reasons. Very few students were giving me real life examples. So if saving money is important to you because you want to be able to buy things that you want, talk about a moment where you were able to buy something because you wanted it and you had the money for it because you were saving money. So use a real life example, something that has really happened to you, okay? If you have a question or you want me to discuss your writing, you can always contact me through Teams, through messaging. If you want a video chat, let me know and we can schedule it. But other than that, that is all I have for you guys today. Make sure that you are really looking at your conclusions and that you are hitting all those things on the checklist. I will open up the assignment tomorrow, and then you can turn it in at any time tomorrow. So can't wait to read your essays. And also, really quick, I am grading all of your essays, and yes, they do take time because I have to read through all of them, give everybody really good feedback. So I am grading them. I am trying to get through everybody as fast as I can while still giving everybody good feedback. So just be patient, okay? See you guys tomorrow. Bye.